150,000 manufactured homes, otherwise manufactured homes, otherwise being mobile homes and the like. All right? They don't have the money to improve their energy efficiency. We have high concentration of electricity using industries. We're very vulnerable, as I've said earlier. So whoop-de-doo, we pass House Bill 2, and we fund $80 million in bonding for energy efficiency. Just compared to that $80 million, $800 million was spent on new and renovated buildings by school systems in the Commonwealth of Kentucky annually. So guess what? That $80 million is nice, it's symbolic, but it doesn't get us very far. It doesn't accomplish what we need. I'm going to skip over these. There's a whole bunch of stuff. This is the McKinsey Global Energy and Materials Group. This is an international consulting firm. Just notice the number $900 billion down near the bottom. That's annually. That's a return on an investment of $170 billion annually. That's a very good return on investment. We could improve our efficiency by increasing our population density. Very difficult to do in terms of policy change. Certainly can't be done by individual municipalities. But these are some other things that we're going to have to pay some attention to over time. There's a threat now that we're going to have a national energy efficiency resource standard, which means that you have to build new homes to a particular standard, new buildings to a particular standard. We have Dow Chemical advocating for it. We have Massachusetts advocating for it. We have a major utility company advocating for it. This is the U.S. House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee hearings. And Kentucky is spending $300 million, or at least has committed to being willing to spend $300 million for what? Well, right now we've said that we will put up $300 million for a coal liquefaction plant. Coal liquefaction is a high greenhouse gas emitting process. Are we going to be loved for doing that? The auto industry is shifting more towards electricity than another liquid fuel. And the plant would get built by a global engineering firm that probably wouldn't produce that many jobs for Kentuckians during the construction process. Alternatively, Kentucky could be spending the same amount of money on an energy efficiency loan program. I said I'd suggest something that could be done. Could more than pay for itself in cost savings, can become a revolving loan fund and last forever. It can increase the competitiveness of Kentucky plants. It can help catch strapped households, et cetera, et cetera. And it happens to be an approach that is recommended by EPA's Environmental Finance Advisory Board. And there's the letter of recommendation, which I happen to know about. The purple things there are the kinds of things I was just talking about. I happen to know about it because I'm an expert witness to that board. So we're dealing with the economic development issue. The greening of corporate America issue just recently came out. Says 76% of the largest U.S. firms are reporting export efforts and commitments in efficiency and sustainability that exceed the requirements of law. They're moving on, and this is 75% of the $36 trillion equity market accounted for in the firms interviewed. These are the monster firms in the U.S. These are the ones that you may be going to trying to get plants to come to Kentucky. And if Kentucky's doing nothing and they're doing something, what are your chances like? That's the Siemens McGraw-Hill study. You look at these numbers. We've been, as I said, I'm repeating myself here about attracting low-cost, high-energy, low-cost firms. But if Kentucky builds a national reputation for helping firms to green their operations and homeowners to green their own buildings, it could recruit new employers, a variety of new kinds of jobs and opportunities. And if we do nothing, well, let's see what happens. This is just the opposite of what the other slides said. And what's going to happen to Kentucky's reputation if Kentucky does nothing and others do something? Now, this slide is, what you have to look at here is you have to look at those colored tabs on the bottom of the slide. This just came out this summer. This is states with climate policies that are actually trying to do something. And as I read across, that white tab says Illinois. The one after it says Kansas. The yellow one says Massachusetts. Those states are in alphabetical order. There are two letters missing there. It's a K and a Y. It seems to me that we need to make sure that we're showing real climate policy in Kentucky, and at the moment we're not credited with doing it at the national level. And these are the kinds of things that firms and others look at. So if the Commonwealth does nothing, we're going to be left hanging. and I thank you for listening to me. So let's discuss.